Welcome back to the ABCs of RPGs, where we teach you the basics of tabletop role-playing games. In this series, we're teaching you how to play Avatar Legends, the role-playing game. My name is Dalton, and I was the game master for our Avatar Legends campaign. In this video, I'm going to teach you about running the game. This is going to be mostly for game masters, but I'm sure players will find something useful here too. As the game master, you have a lot of different responsibilities to balance. You'll be portraying the world outside of the player characters, adjudicating all the rules, making sure everyone gets to participate to the degree they want, and providing structure to the game. To help with this, the Avatar Legends core rulebook lays out 4 key concepts: agendas, baselines, guidelines, and the GM moves. Your agendas are 3 high-level goals. They're the reason you're running the game, and you should be thinking about them as you perform your role as the game master. The core rules describe your agendas as follows: ensure the world feels real, make the PC's stories meaningful and important, and play to find out what happens. Your baselines are concepts you can fall back on when you're not sure how to respond. The 3 baselines are what the guidelines demand, what the rules demand, and what honesty demands. Guidelines will help you move towards your agendas. They're a list of directives for how to move the story along. Describe a wondrous world with a deep history, address the characters, not your players, be the companion's biggest fan, ask questions and let your players answer, put emotions on characters' sleeves, resolve conflicts episodically, remember the history of the world and characters, emphasize lessons throughout, give NPCs drives, fears, and hopes, make conflicts moral choices, use imbalance instead of evil, counterbalance darkness with light, and seek consequences besides death. GM moves are similar to the player's moves, and they let the game master introduce things to the story. The game master will trigger these moves if a player rolls a miss, there's a lull in the conversation, or even if they see a good opportunity. The moves available to the GM are inflict fatigue or a condition, reveal a hidden truth, shift their balance, twist loyalties with tempting offers, escalate to violence, offer a risky or costly opportunity, threaten someone, shift the odds suddenly, exploit a weakness in their history, provide wisdom in unlikely places, or turn a move back on them. The exact rules for all these moves can be found in Chapter 8 of the core rules, but they're all fairly self-explanatory. Next, I want to talk about NPCs. These are characters that the game master will use to populate the world. Oftentimes, they won't need stats, and giving them a name and a 1 or 2 line description will be enough. But if an NPC becomes important, then it's time to flesh them out and give them stats. To stat up an NPC, there are 5 steps to follow. First, you should give them a name and description if they don't have one already. Second, you should give them a drive, something that motivates the NPC, and this will be helpful in later steps. Third, give your NPC between 3 or more fatigue and some conditions. You can use the conditions that players have or even make up your own. Fourth, give the NPC principles. NPCs can have 1 or 2 principles, and they exist on a balance track similar to the ones used by players. Fifth, if your NPC is particularly skilled in combat, you can give them some combat techniques to use in a fight. The core rules outline different tiers of NPCs and when to use them, so give that a look if you want to learn more. And that covers the basics of running Avatar Legends as the game master. Thanks for tuning into this series. We really hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. You can watch our actual play of the series on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts if you want to check it out. Please consider picking up a copy of Avatar Legends at your local game store or online from Magpie. And remember to keep on learning.